There we go. Hello, all you lovely people. My name is Lunatic Vixen, and welcome back to Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. I need to do something real quick. No, okay, chat box is working. Okay, chat box is where it's supposed to be. Never mind. Once again, game is loud. Hi, hello Zygeria. How you doing, darling? Hello from 160p land. Luckily, this game is largely audio, so at least you don't have to suffer through that. So, all right. That's a little loud. Boop. Try this. There we go. That might be a little too low. God damn, it's so finicky. There we go. That'll work. Alright, so I forgot whatever I was doing because it's been a minute since I played this game. Sorry, I couldn't make the charity stream. Something came up. I'm about to contribute anyway. Out of money till HR gets its button fan processes my stuff so I can start working. How are you doing today? I'm okay. And yeah, don't feel bad about missing the charity stream at all. It's not a big deal. I just appreciate the sentiment. I kind of disappeared after the charity stream, and I apologize profusely. Because my mental health just took a nosedive, and also work stuff came up a whole bunch, so I just fried now. But we're back. We're hoping though to do much better, and we're gonna bring back the Tuesday streams on Tuesday, so that's exciting. Hi, Cinny. Cinnamon's of course being here, being a problem child. So. Well, hopefully your HR stuff gets sorted out quickly. We just changed a whole bunch of stuff at my HR, at my job, and it's been just a time. So, hopefully it's quick and easy for you. Okay, so I just talked to the veteran guy. I was gonna head down here and talk to this guy. So that, yeah. Because I don't have a whole lot of new stories yet. Okay, so let's... It's this guy down here. I see the fire. Yeah, let's grab this story real quick, though. It's okay, puppy. My dog is unhappy about the storm, so she's in here with me today. Story.
At the end of a low-lit, smoky bar, a young man is recounting a story to a woman whose dark pin curls bob with every fascinated nod of her head. He nonchalantly waves the .38 special he's holding. From the bank. Is pitched high enough for half the bar to hear.
I'm sure that's fine. Listen in.
The bartender rolls her eyes. No one seems particularly bothered by the storyteller or his weapon. You catch snippets of his tail as he waves his hands. Farm! Everything will be all right now. Just a little robbery.
That's
Stand
fine.
out.
Well, we're going to listen closer. Since everybody else seems chill with this, I'm going to listen
I
closer.
don't think of it as stealing. Just righting a wrong. The bank took Dad's money and we're going to take his land. Now he can pay him and stay where he is for as long as he wants. It happens to be with the bank's own money. Even better.
Whoa.
The woman's curls bounce as she shakes her head. A half-hearted protest undercut by her laughter. I gotta lie low for a bit, he says. When I'm back, we can get married. Start a family of our own. Maybe everything will work out for these two. Maybe.
I mean, I agree with the sentiment, that's for sure. The man who robbed a bank for his father. I see nothing wrong here. Exactly, yeah. Like, you know. Is it probably technically morally wrong? Yes. Is it also probably technically wrong that he was put in that situation? Also, yes. So. Because I remember, it used to be a thing that, like, I'm trying to remember what they were called. I want to say they were called penny auctions. That in this sort of time period, if a like widow's, I think it was largely widows, but I think it was also just like sometimes family farms. If farms were bought by the bank and then put up for auction, everybody in the nearby area would come to the auction and then not bid on the farm that the bank was selling, and then the original owner or widow would auction a penny, and because everybody, like, there was a collective agreement to nobody bet on the auction, and if you did try to say you were going to bet on the auction, you get your ass beat. The person who, like, was in trouble with the bank would get their stuff back for a penny. So, like, I always thought those were, like, a super cool, like, part of history. And, like, I've heard people say, like, we should bring that back. I'm like, we should. The waitress at this diner is sharing an outlandish tale with one of her regulars. I heard it from my sister-in-law. She says it happened to her daughter's friend. It's true. She notices you listening. Hey, have you heard this one before? Which one? She regales you with a story about the Chinese man who stays calm while encountering demons at his wedding. Halfway through, you realize that it's the story of the beautiful interracial wedding that's unaffected by evil, but highly embellished. What do you think about that? The waitress exclaims. It's an interesting tale. Sure is, she agrees, and true, every word of it. I do like that story. Ooh, and that one's fully grown now. Dope. Let's grab these stories.
The man checks a wristwatch and swears under his breath. His fingernails have been chewed down to the skin.
Bus is late,
he says without looking at you.
Yeah, I heard of that too. Where did that spirit go? Right? Telling you, man. Like, yeah. Bus to where?
The man looks confused by your question. Upon inspection, the tickets in his hand show a stamp and receipt of sale, but the destination is obscured.
2 tickets?
The man looks at the tickets in his hand as if he hadn't known they were there. Slowly, some comprehension colors his expression.
somebody came and went.
You all right there, mister?
Just fine, neighbor. Bus will be here soon.
He starts to bite at his fingers again. Surely there can't be any nail left to chew.
I guess the king learned that he doesn't have to fight pitchforks and flaming torches now. He just has to convince the pitchforks that the torches want to take their pitchforks away. That's a freaking mood. Oh, there's also the whole concept of like, because I feel like there's also this idea that it's like, oh well, you know, if it's like your fault that you're poor, it's morally wrong to do anything about that because it's your fault and therefore you deserve to be punished for being poor. I mean, that's generally the thing I find. Because obviously, if you were a good person, you would have money, because that's how that works, right? We're going to wait with him, because I don't like this.
The man pops his knuckles one finger at a time and starts over. When a wren lands nearby and sings a little, you're grateful for the sound.
Nervous man at the bus stop. That poor guy. I think he's having a time. Let's get this one.
In front of the cops is a sturdy house. It is neatly shut up, and there is an undisturbed layer of dirt on the front porch. Crack. There must be someone inside.
This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Investigate the house, because why not?
No one responds to your knock, and the door is locked. But a barrel below the window affords easy access inside. As you poke your head in, there's a whistle, and a rope catches your neck.
Move, and we'll choke you.
I'm gonna stay still.
Listen up. You're gonna go, and you're never gonna come back, and you're not telling anyone about us.
The person speaking jerks the rope around your neck for emphasis.
Stop it!
Someone else shouts.
We're gonna listen.
I said, I'm not staying if you hurt people.
That's the second voice, No, it's a child.
If we don't keep our home secret, how are we going to be safe?
Another child, a boy. You slip the noose off while they fight.
Greet the children.
The girl glances at her sullen companion before addressing you.
I'm very sorry, but you're not welcome. We don't allow adults here. Adults cannot be trusted.
She reaches for your hand.
If you promise not to tell anyone where we are, we'll let you go unharmed.
Okay, I'll promise.
Thank you. You're all right, I reckon.
The girl smiles.
Good luck on your travels.
No.
The boy sticks his chin out.
If you tell anyone, I'll get you.
The girl sighs.
If you tell anyone, you'll have to live in the woods.
She explains.
Well, we definitely don't want that. Alright, the homeless children. Alright, I don't want to grab that story just yet, so we're going to go ahead and hit this campfire. Can't remember if we've met this person before or not. I want to say maybe. Little Ben, Chapter 1, I guess not. Hi, buddy.
Sorry, friend, but I gotta ask you not to get no closer unless I can see your hands at all times.
That's fair. I respect it.
Look too clean to be one of us. But you don't look like the company sent you neither.
Oh, it's going to be one of those stories. Oh, I'm here for this.
All right, I'm gonna share my fire spell. Don't linger. These hills is full of ears. Don't think just 'cause you can't see no one that you're safe.
True facts.
And I'll give you cornbread. Don't be so sure of me
Ooh,
neither.
Cornbread sounds good. Oh, cornbread. Do I have cornbread mix in my house? Ooh, I think I do. That might be what I'm making for lunch for the rest of this week. That sounds good.
See anything exciting out there on the road? Mostly I just seen dogs.
Also, your eyes are not looking in the same direction, which, like, no judge, but you know. Thrilling. Let's say this should be thrilling. I don't know if I know. The architects who came to blows.
Stranger, miners tell me sadder
Oh,
stuff
that's a
than that
sad
every day of
one.
the week.
Damn it.
The past. I remember looking between my mama's ankles down the road every evening. She'd be whispering. Still don't know if she were counting the workers or praying about them. Anyway, I need something to laugh about. Got any funny ones?
All right, I got you on funny. Let's see here. Oh, the vulgar ghost bot. This is a funny one. I'm pretty sure. Now I'm now questioning myself.
Oh,
there we
boy.
go.
You watch out now, I'll start chuckling.
Oh, hey, that was a good one with him. He liked that quite a bit.
Joy, huh? You ever hear music in a cold town? Night falls on a Sunday, you hear church singing. Listen for a while, and the cry? Sure enough, it's a cry. Colored folks, harmonicas coming up from one end of it, joining in. Sound of strings from Italy. A type of song has no country. It's the sound of the workers' choir. See anything exciting out there on the road? Mostly I just...
Do I have anything? Ooh, here we go. The woodcutter, Paul Bunyan. He's a thrilling one, surely.
You'd be popular at mealtime where I'm from.
There he
The
goes.
whole crew glued, I bet.
Now he's full up.
Home? I always wanted a little place where I could watch the sky change color, watch the cook fire smoke dance up among the pines.
Yeah.
I need a laugh. Know any good jokes?
Nope, you're getting shit at this point, my guy. Because now I'm just gonna use up whatever I have left to get stories out there that I want to. I think I've told the La Llorona. I can never remember how to say that. Engagement ring. What do I want to hear about from him? He's got travel, choice, morality. Ooh, here we go. We'll do this one. I want to hear what his opinions on morality are. Manhunting is dead end
Come
resource.
on, that's all made up.
That's real helpful for me to know
Choice?
what that was.
Some say we all belong to God.
Hmm.
But these days, all kinds of forces will try to stake their claim on a man.
They sure will, bud.
I don't know if I'm choosing or just trying not to let any one of them grab me.
That's a mood.
Got any funny stories? Must have a couple.
Nah, I'm giving you whatever I want. Fortune, fate. Let's see about this. Conflicted WPA worker.
Come on, stranger. Tell me something true. Fortune? That's what they promise.
Yep.
They tell these men, get on the train. There's work for you on the other end. They say, pack up. Bring your families. Come on, earn your keep in the land of the free.
Yeah, sure.
So they pack up. These men quite a ways from their home already, and if they make it to the mine town alive, the company tells them, gotta use our tools. Take it out your first month's pay. Train ticket here too. Nothing you get doesn't come from us.
Sold my soul to the company store.
First day you go down to work, you might even be in debt already.
Yep.
What can they do but go down all in a line, like beasts, into the dark? Morning. I gotta get going. Headed up that way. Won't be specific, for my safety and yours. You wanna find me, then do it. Talk again about these things.
Alright.
Pole ain't got no country. No worker neither. Worker ain't Virginian, Christian, white, colored, Irish, Polish, nothing. A worker is a worker. We all gotta work.
Yep.
If you're one of them, if you think I sound red, you best come out and say so. Get it over with.
Met little Ben, the coal miner. Ah, little Ben's struggle. Alrighty. Oh, I had a feeling that one of my stories was going to be retold right here. After gossiping for a while about the weather and the crops and the state of the world, all bad and getting worse, he takes a different tack. You look like someone who likes a good story, he wheezes. Try this one on for size. I'm listening. After loudly and repeatedly clearing his throat, he tells you about the story of the Jersey Devil. Yes! It sounds a lot like the story of the Devil of Leave, but with some parts changed and other parts added. When he grins up at you at the conclusion of the tale, you give him the effusive praise he's apparently expecting. You'll have to remember that version. Even if it's not quite what happened, it's a good story. Yeah! Jersey Devil! Let's go. I love trying to find the original stories and then turning them into the stories that are more well known. I need to find a good documentary or mockumentary, whatever you want to call it, about the Jersey Devil, just because that's a cryptid that you don't hear a whole lot about, I feel like. But it's super fun. Let's grab this story.
The man wears
Oh my,
a
he's got
fine
wings.
cotton suit, clean as a whistle. Like the dust and dirt of travel just don't stick. Could I have a moment, traveler? A kindness for your fellow man.
Nod.
As you draw closer to him, a vibrant fragrance enriches your nostrils. Notes of jasmine, citrus, and... is that sandalwood?
That smells good.
No. Birch tar. Have you seen a jailbird around? Usual black and white stripes. A woman.
A jailbird?
The man doesn't elaborate much. She has a debt to settle. That's all. I have coins for your trouble.
Haven't seen her.
The air feels hotter, like the sun just passed between some clouds. Is that right? No one at all by that description?
No, actually, I really haven't.
Before you finished hearing his
Right, sorry,
words,
maybe.
the man's gone. And where he stood is a ring of scorched grass.
Well, I guess moving on. Man with the midnight wings. I love that at no point did they mention in the story that he had black wings, but the visuals, there were black wings. Alright, what are we looking at here? Alrighty, here. We could zip up north, clear out all these stories, and hit Quinn again. That might not be a bad idea. God, there's so many. How many stories am I at? 158 out of 237. Good night. Because if I go up and grab all these, then I won't have to worry about coming up into this area again. Because I think I'm on the last chapter with Quinn as well. I'm sure this is an upstanding and trustworthy gentleman. Surely he was. Obviously, right? You know, I'm pretty sure it's most businessmen that once they hear that you don't have what they want from you, they disappear in a ring of fire. That's just good business. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight north. Do I want to try and get this guy again on the way there? I mean, I could. I don't super want to bother changing out my loadout stories right now. Because I've got some stuff. That should be fine. I think I can make it work. we're gonna YOLO it a little bit. Puppy dog. My dog's being all sweet and cute over there, just snoring away. I think she was very displeased by the storms happening most of the night. I think it's still storming a little bit. Which has been very nice, because normally this time of year we don't get storms until September. So it's been very nice to go, oh good, we're not gonna burst into flames. This is nice. Especially with all those idiots with freaking fireworks. That's another reason I haven't been doing so great. Because of the 4th of July, everybody and their dog has been shooting off fireworks at night. It's like, can y'all just not? Like, I'm pretty sure it's illegal where I live. But also, it's just annoying at this point. I'm tired. My poor dog is all upset, whining and whimpering because the sky keeps exploding into fire. Which I feel like is a perfectly reasonable response if you're a poor little doggy and you just don't understand why the sky is exploding into fire. Don't get me wrong. I love fireworks. But policeman in the truck on this corner is having a pretty wild argument with someone on the other end of the radio. No, he keeps saying, no way. You listen in as the man on the radio finishes a wild story about the scarecrow possessed by the ghost of Vagrant. Wait a second. I swear this is what happened, the cop over the radio insists, then it clicks. You know the story. It's a stranger version of the story of old Barney the Scarecrow, but with some bits left out or replaced. Ain't true, the cop in the truck says. If only he knew. Oh yeah, happy Trader Day. How's Independence working for you? Listen, if you've seen literally anything about the politics happening in America right now, it is going fine. This is fine. Just the debate alone. God, it's still... Oof. Anyway, we're gonna not talk about that. We're gonna talk to this veteran, who I'm sure won't have anything to do with any sort of discussion like that. Hi, buddy. Let's see the vision of your soul. Bro.
Everything is left you. All that remains is a peculiar peace.
Buddy, are you okay? Buddy, are you okay? I don't think you should be doing that.
It's hard to keep it. Especially considering the panic that comes on sometimes. Sometimes when it's hard to breathe. Truthfully, the light being gone is bad enough. But the way people look at you, that's when I miss being whole the most.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Tell me a happy story. Something to make the world seem kind.
I'll try. Okay, I need something. This one, I believe, is happy.
I liked that one. There's some hope left for you too, you know. Don't give it away too quickly.
Sure.
The future's already here, friend. Nothing I can do about it, nothing to stop it.
Yep.
As much as I would, as much as I want to, I can't turn it back. Have any exciting kind of story?
Exciting.
My memories get my adrenaline up, but they're not exactly fun.
Thrilling. Do I have the Paul Bunyan one? Have I told you that one already? There we go. That's good.
You're fun to listen to, you know?
Oh, that didn't
a
even
good
move.
distraction, anyway.
Didn't even move. He's gonna be a hard one.
Home, well, what heartless greedmonger decided what plants get to be beautiful and what plants are weeds anyway?
True facts.
Who said that peony has cash value, but a dandelion is worthy of being torn from its home?
Damn straight.
Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones?
I don't think I've got many, my guy. Happy. Oh, here we go.
For a moment there. Just.
Hey, there we go.
moment.
Now he's opening.
I felt better about it all, too. Family? It all comes back to Paul. If I wouldn't have lost him, I wouldn't have lost my home, my job, my life.
Yeah.
My family thinks I could have saved him, but they weren't there.
Yeah, yeah.
But if they were right, So anyway, tell me a funny story? You seem like you know a few good ones.
Funny story. Alright, this is supposed to be funny. I still think it's horrifying, but you know.
Yeah,
Oh, get in
Paul
there,
would have
get in
liked
there.
that one.
I can maybe pull it off.
Laws and leaders? Well, Hoover will be gone soon. Hopefully this will help the American people know how cruel and how wrong he's been, how much he hurts his own.
Yeah, it's not a happy, hopeful. Hey, look, a flying snake, right? Yeah, I got lots of flying snake bullshit. You want a snake that's been guarding an idol? That's cool. That's hopeful? Question mark. Ooh.
Even animals know damn better. Tell me a
Happy
happy
story. Happy. That's funny. Do I have... Oh. I can't remember if that one's happy or not. I'll come back to that one if I don't have another suggestion. That's gotta be funny. Ooh, hang on. Here we go. We'll do this one. These ones always fit the bill.
For a moment there. Just
Come on. Oh, it's right there. Come on.
I felt better about it all too.
I need one more and you're not gonna let me have
Joy
this.
is a clean garden, a clean life, with my favorite plants all growing together proudly. I'm not sure that I'm capable of enjoying people anymore, but the plants are good company.
That's nice.
The night's over. I should
Damn
be
it.
getting ready to go.
I
I'm
bet I was
headed up
right
this way
there.
next. The journey's long, but
Oh, well,
it's
you're
not
on my
cruel.
way. I can
There's
probably
cruel
finish
people in
that.
the world, but the road and the mud don't mean anyone any harm. The little flowers in the ditches don't. Look for me, maybe. Perhaps we'll see each other again.
You know, maybe we will, buddy. Yeah, he's like right there. Let's change out. Change that out. We have still got Quinn's. Oh, this is a good thrilling one. Let's change out the killer pigeons. Yeah, we'll do Cassidy. Okay. I just threw a couple extra of the like main people stories. Just because, like I said, those like fit the bill always. So I can just go ahead and slap those in there. Josh is about to go talk to Quinn here in a minute, so that'll work. Alright, we're gonna finish you up, buddy. Crippled but free. Oh, this is an interesting new background. I still don't
Still
like
walking
that.
too? Then you and I must have a little more in common than I thought. Do you also get a kind of peace from the road? I do. It's a long walk, but it's soothing.
You don't look
in a way.
soothed. I'm just saying, you don't look
The
soothed right there.
terrors still find me, but out here, where I've got a reason to move, I don't feel so helpless. Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones?
I'll do Cassidy's stuff and just knock you out, hopefully.
For a moment there.
Come on.
Just.
Yeah, there we go. Like I said, I just needed one more.
I felt better about it all too. They say that God has unconditional love. I don't doubt it. But my love for him is not.
Oh, that's an interesting way of looking at it.
So anyway, tell me a funny story?
What do I want to just like hear? I want to hear about this stuff. I have a funny story for you anyway, so that works.
Wish I could tell that one to my sister. In a way, my change came on like pause, piece by piece.
Yeah, piece by
his
piece.
infection took him, just as mine did. Slowly, he lost the people around him, as I have too. Even though he's gone, I feel like we may have more in common now than we ever did.
Oh, I just noticed this half of him isn't see-through, but this half of him is. That's interesting. The left half that's showing him as a soldier is see-through, but his current half isn't. That's interesting.
Tell me a happy story.
Let's try this one. I mean, this is what he wants, but...
Got nightmares enough without hearing that kind of horror.
Nah.
Wishes fulfilled? If I had my way, I'd go back to a time before the war. But now, I have no wishes. The stars cross the sky. They mean nothing.
But no one entertains the thought that maybe God does not believe in you. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty common thing to be like, I don't know. I feel like that's an easy, like, statement to make. The fact that, like, oh, God doesn't care about you. I feel like that's an easy, like, I don't want to say edgelord thing to say, but, like, it's a very negative, easy negative statement to make. But I do really like the idea of, I believe in God, but I don't think I need to love him. I don't know. That just feels... I don't know what I'm trying to get at that. I think it's a very... It's a take that I've not heard as much. Because most of the time you hear people like, oh, I believe in God, and therefore I feel the obligation to love him and believe in him, and yada yada yada. Very edgelord is from Bo Burnham's song, After All, I'm a Boring Atheist myself. Oh, that's fair. I've not listened to anything from Bo Burnham, and I need to do that at one point. But, I mean, I'm not an atheist, but because I'm pagan, I approach, like, worship from a very different standpoint. I don't want to say it's more transactional on my end, but there is more of a, like, I give offerings because I want something in return. I mean, I also just give offerings because I'm, like, I'm thankful for my life and my situation. But, like, there is an option for it to be transactional in my case. And so that's why I like his statement a little bit more. So, I don't know. That's just my way of looking at it, so.
Know any good jokes?
Jokes.
Not so good at telling them anymore.
What do I want to talk to you about? Fortune, bondage, traps, imprisonment. Yeah, we can do this one. This one's funny.
Yeah, Paul would have liked that one. Traps. Lack is what holds you down, and that's just as bad as heavy chains of plenty.
Oh, that's a mood.
I can grow stronger with chains on, but when lack takes away your ability to move, takes away your mobility, there's no growing from
Oh, that one hurts me a lot. Oh, as a disabled person, that one hurts me a lot.
Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones?
How much more do you want from me, my guy? Let's do freedom. What do you got to say about freedom?
I don't really scare at that stuff anymore. Freedom? It'll come. In time, I think. I think one day the government will give me back the freedom they took from me. They've squandered my loyalty, my life, and my family. But one day, I think I'll see that cash back from them.
I hope so, True. We're rapidly running out of optimism here, pal. I know, right?
Call it a daydream, but I'm willing to try. Before the war, I had Paul. I wasn't often alone. After the war, it wasn't only my family turning away from me. It was our government turning from what they couldn't bear to see. But remember, no matter what happens to you, you will always have the solidarity of the road and the earth.
My dog is snoring so
They will
hard.
never deny you their company.
Completed Mason's story. Let's go. Nice. All right. All right. Let's continue up north. So we can. Can I get on the train? Is that worth my time? Let's throw away. Go a little northeast. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks like that's just gonna go straight west. That's not gonna be worth my time. Oh, here's a retold story though. This kindly old man sharing the shade under the bridge with you tells a few rambling stories, some true seeming, some conspicuously less so. All true, he assures you. There's history in this place going all the way back to Indian times. Strange stuff happens around here. Can't all be true. Sure it is, he scoffs. And then, as if to prove himself right, he launches into a story about this water that turned into wine for the thirsty pickers. And this one, you know, it's the story of the thirsty cotton pickers, but wilder and stranger than you remember. How did that get to there? See then, the old man laughs. I ain't pulling your leg, it's all true. What? That was a horror one. What is with that title? Because, like, the whole point of that one being was, like, right? That was the one where, like, they got thirsty so they left, or one of them left, and then when the overseer guy came back, he killed him. Like, wasn't that what that was? I have questions about that title. Oh, I accidentally hit next song. Next song. That works. We'll do this one. Here's another retold story. A tiny motormouth is eagerly sharing the details of a strange tale with her brother as they loiter outside this story. The boy listens raptly, eyes growing larger, mouth hanging open like a fish. Listen in. She's telling him about a family journeying to the city of plenty. You try to hide your surprise, it's the story of the family searching for a new life. The version the girl must have heard is embellished, to say the least, but hey, it's a good story. Nice. Family journeying to the city of plenty. Okay. Yeah, just go kind of straight north here. Because I'm planning on, like, zipping up to this top one and then coming on back down. Yeah, I just go literally just straight north from here. So we're out this way. Do the little thingy-bob so we can try and get somewhere a little quicker. Oh, I'm fucked up. Slowly getting somewhere. I really wish the whistling would go along with, like, the song that's currently playing, because that would be more enjoyable, but oh well. Oh, I think it is whistling along with it, it's just not the right tempo. Rude. Oh, I fucked up again. Ah, here we go. A little too far. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Just swing back through here and we'll be cooking. Alright, what you got here for me, buddy?
Oh no.
Oh no.
He's not coming over.
Oh,
to
it's a
you, is
preacher.
he?
Oh, God.
Hello there. The preacher says through a glued shut smile that's too wide and too smug. Have you heard the good news?
Yes, I have.
Bang.
The
He
fuck you?
smacks you across the face. And tell me, goddammit, he screams, dropping his Bible and grabbing your face with gnarled hands. Tell me! Drives his thumbs into your eye sockets until finally some good Samaritans drag him away and off to the drunk tank.
I lost health to that! I lost health to that! The fuck? Alright! Alright, okay. Alright. Well, that was not how I expect that to go at all. Let's do this one.
The girl presses her fingers into the man's shoulder. Watch! The train pounds past, throwing up thick and suffocating dust. For several minutes, the world is nothing but a cloud. It settles to reveal the two, now painted orange with filth.
What are you doing?
Making sure he understands.
What?
She looks at the man.
Do you?
He nods.
Come back tomorrow, an hour earlier.
He nods again, glances warily at you, and then runs away. The girl stares at you appraisingly.
You ain't escaped. You're not with the law. Why are you here?
Just traveling through.
She snorts. Lucky? She smiles. It's a bright crescent against the ochre dirt.
I have a duty. I run the route. I get people out of this shithole. But it means I can't leave.
The route?
At this bend, the trains have to slow. If you've got enough layers on and you know when to jump, get aboard without breaking much. I know all the timings.
The look she gives you is combative.
If I showed you how, would you take it? The train to anywhere?
Sure.
You'd take a chance like that? When you have a choice?
She smiles again, but it is forced. Sad.
People who like to be surprised by the future never had a really bad surprise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The girl who helped the desperate flee town. I have no idea what kind of story that could be. Ooh, I'm gonna grab this real quick first. Before I get absolutely bitch slapped by another preacher or something. Let's get my health back, please and thanks. Farmer chases pigs haplessly around his yard. They delight in eluding him, and he's getting mad as hell. Help me, he hollers. You jump the fence and give chase. Together you corner a young pig. The farmer tackles it into the dust. For lunch you share a fresh quart of pork. Nice, and I got my health back. Okay. Go. I was like, I don't like that. Alright.
The man squints at you, a smile spreading on his face. You feel exposed, like he's picturing you naked.
I can see your light.
He slurs.
Are you drunk?
He snorts, possibly in mirth. No. He taps his nose and drops to a stage whisper. It runs deeper. He offers you the bag.
You can see it too.
That's what it is. I'm not just gonna take a drink of that.
It's an elixir.
Ah.
He opens his mouth wide to shape each syllable.
There are these beautiful little berries. They let you see the light.
You know what, YOLO, take a drink.
It's bitter, but warmth rushes through you as it slides down your throat. Your eyes start to tingle. There's something behind him, a glow creeping over his shoulder.
Closer.
Your vision swims. You can see the light of every living thing. Coruscating colors, patterned auras clinging to everything.
Gaze into the light.
Light bleeds into light. Everything feels connected. You have a sense of oneness, a feeling of inner harm.
Butterfly!
Butterflies wreathed in green, trailing red smoke.
I'm high as a kite, apparently.
It's the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. You must chase it immediately.
Chase the butterfly.
You follow for what feels like a few minutes. But as the sight fades and the stomach cramps start, you realize hours have passed.
Get your bearings.
Your eyeballs ache
My
and
sleep.
you feel exhausted, but the warmth stays within you. You could see so much light in the world.
Don't follow the lights, clearly, yeah. Alright, maybe fuel your drink. That was fun. Alright, where are you at, Quinn? Okay, Quinn's a little bit more about southwest. Okay, so this way. What is this I'm on? Is this a dirt road or something? This sounds like a dirt road. see the campfire for Quinn. Alright, let's grab this one.
You give the seated man a cursory nod as you pass, which he mistakes
Really?
for interest.
Really, every time.
Wondering where you've seen me before?
He beams.
How about on the roundabout roads and twisting trails of America the Beautiful? Yes, I'm Walking Willis.
You have no idea.
It's Walking Willis.
Oh.
Funny, most folks know old Walking Willis. I've been walking across this great country back and forth for years now. You see, I ain't got a home. Walking's all I do. I'm always walking.
Good for you, but not right now.
Well, no. Right now, I'm just resting a minute. Resting my dogs. Ain't Walking Willis allowed to rest his dogs for a minute?
Hello, shouty cat issues. Yeah, sure,
That's
I guess.
right. That's right.
He lowers the brim of his hat and goes to sleep.
All right. Okay, Walken Willis. Don't even remotely know what kind of story that could have been. He's like, I'm special because I walk everywhere. Bro, have you seen how much I've walked in this game? This game is this game is genuinely the most epitome of a walking sim I've ever seen. And I'm here for it, don't get me wrong, because like, as we've discussed, I love walking sims. But like, I'm special because I walk everywhere. Bitch, you ain't special shit. There's like 8 other people I've met that all they
This
do is walk.
church's doors stand open.
Oh, like your face.
You wander in to ask for a glass of water. There's no preacher, only a disheveled music teacher and a class of young men picking out bawdy songs on the organ.
Ask for water, I
The
guess.
group can't hear you over an improvised erotic limerick
Oh.
shouted over an equally indelicate tune.
I'll wait and listen.
The verses escalate in depravity until the music finally swells and comes to the grand finale.
I'll applaud.
Smiling,
Ah,
the
my
teacher
health!
invites you to a seat in the pews. A boy returns with water and cookies, and as you eat, the group sings a song about genitalia in perfect 3-part harmony. Wonderful! The teacher cries. Again!
Why did my health go down? Okay, never mind. Maybe that was supposed to like bring my health back, which is buggos. Alright, let's go grab Quinn. Because they're right over here. This should be the last thing with Quinn too, which I'm excited for. Because I'm pretty sure Quinn was the first person I started talking to. I got places to be, let's go. Oh, hang on. Gotta retold story first. Man, look at that. Way off in the distance, there's a fireplace. Like, way up there. This kindly old man sharing the shade under the bridge with you tells a few rambling stories, some true seeming, some conspicuously less so. All true, he assures you. There's history in this place going all the way back to Indian times. Strange stuff happens around here. Can't all be true. Sure it is, he scoffs, and then as if to prove himself right, he launches in the story about the tyrannical farmer whose son killed himself in the grain silo. And this one, you know, it's the story of the dead boy in the grain silo, but wilder and stranger than you remember. See, then the old man laughs, so I pull on your leg, it's all true. Alright. That's a sad story. My internet is struggling with even 160p, I may have to go audio only. Oh, that sucks, I'm sorry, darling. Alright. Let's see here. What are you gonna look like? What horrifying version are you gonna look like, Quinn? I'm scared. Oh!
You seem an alright sort, stranger.
Oh!
But there are some real bums out there, and I ain't talking about folks who are down on their luck.
Ho! Why did Quinn become a monster? In a trench coat with horrifying dogs coming out the bottom of the trench coat. And big sharp teeth. Quinn, are you okay, baby?
Got myself run off from a nice spot I done set all up a few miles back for winter.
Aw.
Ain't the first time I've been run off. Let me tell you about the bunch of Judases what raised me.
Ah.
I was oldest, had a brother and a baby sister. The farm was small, but it weren't sad and all full of ruination in the early days. But I suppose my ma and pa couldn't make a go of it.
Oh, honey.
When things started getting depressed and tight, every damn thing started to fall to pieces. First, they stole from us, money we'd been saving or earned, things they could sell. Then they abandoned my brother, letting him die instead of calling a doctor.
Oh, jeez.
Then they sent me on my way, saying they couldn't provide no more, that I was too big for 'em to keep. I want to hear one of them venturing tales. Got any?
Maybe. Okay, we need a thrilling one. Cops army to take on the strike? That one might be thrilling. I might be boned on this one, I feel like.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, there we
Quite
go.
a story, stranger.
Didn't even open the eye at all. Crap.
Authority. When I really think on it, I reckon my folks started out with the best intentions. Wanted to give their kids a good life, a good home, but they failed. And it wasn't them who paid the price.
Yeah.
Isn't that just what authority means? You don't suffer for the decisions you make. Someone else does.
Oh.
Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Oh, baby, I need you to stop with that shit. Oh, here we go. Vigilantes, grave robbers. That's a good one. That'll get your eye open, maybe, hopefully.
Ain't life got enough
Damn it!
tearjerkers in it without telling stories like that?
That shouldn't have been
Jeez.
sad.
Well, talking of choices, I don't rightly know what I could have done different. Run away sooner. Maybe if I did, they could have paid for the doctor.
Oh, honey.
Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
I don't know. God, none of those. Small corpse. There's the seance. Store immorality. Mischievous ghosts. Let's tell you Althea's. I'm just gonna start slamming them with the true stories.
Well, that was a lively tale.
Oh, kinda.
Being trapped. I've tried my best to make sense of it all. And from what I done seen, the more you have, the more you're tied down. Responsibility to lash you to the ground so you can't move an inch. Playing a game only other folks are winning. Hey, tell me a funny story.
Oh, funny story.
You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
I got funny stories. All right. I got funny stories. Oh, there we go. Intelligent cows. That's a good one. I like that one.
That was a chuckle to be sure.
Ooh, halfway there. Oh, I ain't gonna make it. On
Brings
this
to mind my home. Grew up riverside in North Louisiana. Not the Mississippi, mind. One of its tributes. When I think happy thoughts about that old house, I think about the river 50 yards back from the porch. I think about the muddy bank and how it felt to have your feet sink into that particular kind of muck. I think how that straight new river road they put in reoriented the farm. Front became the back, and we turned our backs on the river. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Again with the thrilling. You're killing me, kiddo. Do I have any other realistic ones? Duke Cassidy, I guess.
Well, that was something. You spin a good yarn. Love? Well, I love these dogs. Took Cass with me when I left. She was the family dog for that, though me and my brother were always the ones what really looked after her. Figured they'd starve her or eat her at the first chance they got, so I didn't ask permission, just got myself ready for a fight. But they didn't try and stop me.
Good for you.
Well, night's over. Didn't understand all your stories, but I'd hear more if I see you again on my travels. Look, I didn't mean to drag you down with my stories of misery and suffering or whatever, but you're a good listener. That's rare in a person, you know. But round you, I feel safe to tell the truth. Look, I'm heading up the road this
you're
way.
all the way down there.
Where are you going? I hope our
Oh,
roads
kiddo.
cross again, friend.
Kiddo, killing me here. Alright, I'm gonna have to change out the... Alright, I need to get more thrilling stories for them, because I don't know, I thought I had thrilling stories. To be fair, thrilling stories are hard to tell from the horror stories really much. Listen to this, Bird's boy loitering outside the grocery store. He works his way through a long and strange story about the White Rider bearing the souls of the dead. There he finishes, what do you think? Wait a minute. Holy shit, you know this story. It's the story of the White Rider in the desert, but wildly altered. For a couple moments, you're too surprised to respond. Seriously, the boy insists. What do you think about that one? That's a great story. He smiles sheepishly. Thanks, he says. I heard it from my brother. Alright. White Rider bearing the souls of the dead. That's pretty accurate to the original story. Okay, where are you, Quinn? Okay, Quinn is southeast. This way. Quinn's gonna make my life difficult here. Let's change out the stories while I'm thinking about it. Thunderbird, he already knows. Ray. Vigilante, I did this one and that didn't work for some freaking reason. Let's be a snail. Change out for the roses search. Which drinks the blood of travelers. Casey Jones. Birth Israel. Change this out for a Thunderbird. I think I've already told them this Thunderbird story, but just for good measure. It's a funny one. We're gonna keep Jersey Devil. Okay, I think that's a good change out. Help if I could see my dang compass. Let's see. Let's grab this first. I think I might be short on some sleep still. Ah! Money. Want to make some cash. It's been a long day serving funnel cakes. Oh, funnel cake sounds amazing right now. Okay, I think I see the campfire. I'm just hungry. Funnel cake sounds good though. What's the matter, Grumpy Puppy? Stripes, what do you want, baby? You were so determined to stand on my leg like always, and I would greatly prefer that you didn't. I'm astonished I don't have a constant bruise on that spot on my leg that she likes to stand on. She will just take one of her little paws and put all of her weight on that little paw directly on my thigh, and I'm like, I don't need that. Policeman in the truck on this corner is having a pretty wild argument with someone on the other end of the radio, yada yada. Wild story about the cow landlords who evicted their human tenant and lived indoors. You know, the story is a stranger version of the story of the intelligent cows who took over their owner's house. Yep, that's cool. That's fun. Oh, that one's fully grown now. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. We're gonna finish up Quinn, I'm determined. Oh, back to being horrifying creature. I mean, I can't say I blame
Hey,
them.
stranger. It's good to see you. I've been missing our talk since you and I last split.
Hey, buddy.
Been thinking how my family Judased me and how they did wrong by my little brother. Worrying there was maybe something else I could have done.
I don't think so, honey.
Here, sit with me. I want someone to talk with about all this.
No.
Though I love them dearly, my dogs ain't such good talkers. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
I can try. Oh, of course they already know this thunder quote. Dang it. I want to say the Killer Pigeons is thrilling. Because again, it's so hard to tell what's scary and what's thrilling.
I
Damn
usually
it.
like the scary stuff, but your story needed more punch, I think. Love? Well, I love these dogs. Took Cass with
Yeah,
me. Figured they'd.
we've already heard
I
this from
want to
them.
hear.
Adventures and Tales. Let's do one of the real stories just so I can just knock those out.
Well, that was something. You spin a good yarn.
Ooh, it's almost there. It's almost full.
The future's slippery. I'll admit, stranger. I don't rightly know what the future's got in store for me. I make my way just fine presently, but I'm only getting older, and I fear folk will have less kindness for me as I do.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be a good place for me somewhere in all this wilderness? Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell?
You're killing me, honey. I think maybe the Scarecrow one's thrilling?
Were you trying to
God
scare
damn
me?
it.
Well, you didn't go far enough. Authority. When I really,
never
and it
mind. Yeah,
wasn't
we
them,
done
isn't
Thor.
that? I
God
want a
dang
story.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay. Let's do... Ooh, this is a good topic for this. Yeah, do Bertha's displacement.
Wow, that's the stuff, stranger.
There we go. Now it's
Spooky
full
campfire
eyeball.
tales are my favorite. Makes me think of my family.
Yeah.
Things were bad way before my folks turned betrayer on me. Daddy was a harsh, mean man, cold and fierce, always on about discipline and living hard but true. Huh. Sad when I think on it. Mama was a limp sort, acted like she got all her caring out of the way long before you came along.
Ooh.
Empty folk who couldn't keep what they had. Hey, tell me one of those exciting.
I cannot, but... some other topics we can get from them. Choice, morality, travel, past memories, joy. I would do this one. Pull the blood forever.
What's the use in telling sweet happy tales if in the make you snooze?
I really don't. I still am baffled by the fact that that's supposed to be a
Puts
happy
me
one.
in a sad mood. I think the thing that eats at me most, more than my brother being left alone on his deathbed, folk do get sick and die after all.
Yeah.
More than being betrayed myself, I reckon I done all right on my own. It's that my baby sister got left behind. Those Judases still have her. Don't know what idea turns my stomach more. That in the end they betrayed her too, or that she got a normal life. That they're all happy together and she has no idea what the cost was.
They'll probably never tell her.
My oh my, stranger. Listen to me blubbering on about my woes. I reckon it's something about you what brings it out of folks. You're searching for something great, something holy, aren't you? But you don't figure you're gonna find it. And you wonder if it can't be found at all, or if it's just you that can't find it. Really eats at you, don't it? I can see it in you. Anyway, I best be getting on. I think I'll see what's happening up the road. Take care of yourself, stranger.
Quinn completed Quinn's story. That was great. All right, let's grab this real quick, and then we're gonna take a break. All right. Waitress at this diner sharing an outlandish tale. Regales you with a story about gods that take the form of minks and foxes in the mountains that always watch over us. Halfway through, you realize this is the story of the mink and his family that saved a man's life with their food, but highly embellished. It's an interesting tale, and true every word of it. Alright, that's fully grown, it looks like. Yeah. The gods that take the form of minks and foxes and watch over us. Nice. Alright, so, this is your chance to get up, stretch, get a drink of water, whatever you may need to do. We'll be back here in just a couple of minutes. don't know what I'm gonna be doing now. But it looks like I pretty much cleared out the whole northeast section, so that's pretty cool. I don't think I've not been all the way down. Ooh, there's somebody way the heck down in Florida. So I could follow the East Coast, go visit my family in North Carolina, and just head on down to Florida. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Meet some new people down there. Might not be a bad idea. Let's do that. Okay, all my stats are good. I can get across the river here, right? Oh, there it is. In the tiny little shacks that don't look like a river crossing, versus all the bridges that do look like river crossings. Alright. I'm just gonna take this this third one over here. I'm gonna take this one all the way down. What if I can hitchhike a little bit too? Let's try this. Stop, let me hitchhike. Oh, yes, yes. 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 Please. No, come on, let me do the thing. Controls in this game. I hit E, I hit space, I was hitting all the things. And let's get this retold story. Fellows in legend in front of the half-finished office building. Credulous seeming fellow tells you a story about the children struck mute by seeing La Llorona. You realize it's a story of children frightened of La Llorona, but changed in a few major ways. It's bullshit. Alright. So that one got screw in the telling. Children stuck mute. Posture check. Yeah, you're right. Fine. I will be slightly less slumped. It is your reminder to make sure you are not being a shrimp and/or tangled pile of limbs. Realize that was a story. Yeah, thank you, darling. I was actually talking about my friend last night. He also has a bunch of like joint and posture issues and whatnot. We were talking about like possible supports we could get to help make that better. Because for me, like I have a massive scar that runs across like my abs area, so my abdominal muscles are just cut, and so as a result, my abs cannot get very strong. And as a result, my back does not get much support, and so it's a bad time.
Electric lamps stipple the cotton field before you with an orange light, moving like a group of lethargic fireflies.
Ooh.
From the field, the voices of the workers reach you in a soulful, united song.
Rest nearby, I guess.
You're gently lulled to sleep as the song floats over you. And oh, Lordy, pick a bale of cotton. And oh, Lordy, pick a bale a day. You're pulled out of your slumber by a woman's pained scream and a collection of shouts rising from the field.
I'm not gonna go back to sleep. I'm gonna focus on the noise.
Woman's screams
I
taper
lost something.
off, soon replaced by the raw cries of an infant. Applause briefly fills the night, eventually fading back into song. Oh, Lordy.
I'm guessing she was giving birth?
You wake up to the gentle crescendo of the worker's song, unsure if it ever ceased at all.
Cool. The dreams in the cotton field at night. All right. I could not tell you what kind of story that was.
I got no companion.
A couple of stories over here I need to grab.
And when
Kind of zigzag a bit.
I'm cold and empty, they're the ones
That's an interesting version of this song. It is interesting how like it's a lot of the same songs throughout, but they'll change the feel of it slightly.
He's standing
Oh, hi,
there
bud.
all of a sudden, his cologne turning the wind still and stale.
Hi!
I found her, you know.
Huh.
Suddenly, you don't quite recall what led you down the path to wander through this cotton field.
It's our bat-winged buddy. Hi, Nod.
He walks alongside you, taking particular pleasure with each stalk of cotton trampled underfoot. Always would, of course. Didn't need help. You place his accent somewhere between Baltimore and Golgotha.
Where the hell is Golgotha? I don't like either of these options because these both seem much more rude than I would like to tell to the devil. So it's good for you, and I'm gonna say so why I asked for it because I feel like that's slightly less rude.
Never know who your friends are.
Ah,
His face unhinges into a smile,
ah,
a process that involves only his teeth.
ah.
Now we know. His eyes, two dark pinpricks on off-white eyeballs, seem to stare right through your skull. And then, all you see is the afterimage of the descending sun.
The man in the cotton field, friend of mine, encountered the devil twice. Cool. I don't like that I got that achievement. Alrighty. I could have gone without getting that achievement. That is kind of cool though. I do like how some of the stories interconnect. Not many though. And I do like that it's not many that can interconnect, because when you do get the ones that can interconnect, it's like, ooh, this is special, kind of freaky. Let's get this retold story. Your story. This man can barely wait to get to the pleasantries before asking if you heard of this story. Alright. Man launches into his telling. It's polished. He's obviously done this many times before. You recognize the bones of it from your experience of the killer pigeons. He tells you the story of the revenge of the passenger pigeon. From your experience of the killer pigeons. It's been embellished in the interim, though. Afterwards, you thank the man and move onwards. Alright. Killer pigeons became the revenge of the passenger pigeon, and it is now fully grown. On.
He's small for his age. Boy of 13 or so, sitting on an upturned bucket by the side of a tiny wedge of farmland. The dog, as though by contrast, is massive, an enormous yellow-brown mutt. He's called Rover, the boy explains.
Paul says he can't come with us.
Where?
West.
You notice the Model A truck on the yard, piled high with furnishings and trunks and bags and knots of rope to tie it all together. And upon all that, too, yet more dust and grit.
Paul says it has to be better.
Why can't River go?
With one toe tip, he scratches a parabola on the dead, dry ground.
Paul says we can't afford to feed Rover no more.
You can't tell where the blonde of the dog's coat ends and the omnipresent dust begins. Same goes for the boy's hair.
Will you take him?
I should.
Rover follows you eagerly after you feed him the tiniest sliver of jerky. But a few hours later, he snaps to attention, as though hearing some distant noise your ears can't catch. The last you see of him are the markings left by his dirty pelt on the leaves of the underbrush.
Oh, poor doggy.
Faded shotgun houses sit in rows under the tall shadows of smokestacks. A worker in full uniform hollers from a porch. "Hey, traveler! Throw me inside. Got some literature here."
Literature.
As you shut the door, the man glances out the window and draws the shades. Landlord toss you out? Ha, don't mind me, it's none of my business. He pries up a floorboard with a crowbar.
Watch.
You glance over the man's shoulder to see inside the compartment. Canned goods, a pile of leaflets, the wood stock of a rifle. He replaces the board and stands.
Look away.
He hands you a can of whole potatoes, then a leaflet which reads, "No evictions, no fascists, no hunger." Headed back to the shop, but we'll have a Bible meet soon.
I travel around.
Nothing wrong with that. Careful in those boxcars, traveler, and take care of your neighbor.
Oh, that was nice. Metal worker in the company house. That was very nice of him. Everything's looking good, so I'm not gonna bother grabbing that. Okay. Should probably get back a little closer to the road. Grab these two. I didn't realize I'd already passed through North Carolina. That's why we've got the blues going. That makes sense. So I don't think I've spent a lot of time in the south of this game. So that'll be interesting.
No fence,
Oh.
gate, or
Stone
sign
angel, this
marks
is fine.
the entrance to the cemetery. Just a moment ago, you weren't surrounded by graves,
Sure.
and now you are. How long have you been stepping on dead folks, fully unaware?
This is fine, yeah. Deserve a grave.
A wood board, bleached white. Unknown. The word was painted on black by a steady hand, each letter signed with a flourish. Whoever made this memorial had more compassion than money.
Hold a moment of silence.
You're already quiet, so maybe it's silly. But you instill that silence with intent. What else could someone do?
To be still.
A sparrow calls. Seems birds don't have much respect for the dead. You notice the grave marker isn't dug into the ground, just propped up on a tree.
We're gonna straighten the marker.
Looks nicer now, but unmoored as these markers are. This grave in front of this tree. Does this memorial even belong to it?
That's fine. The anonymous grave. That's fine. It's just fine. Okay.
A family of 9 invites you
9?
into their home for a meal.
Goodness.
Hogs roam free in the yard. They wallow in shady patches of cool mud, not paying any mind as you pass.
Eat with family?
During supper, the hard wind puts an awful burden on the walls. The glass dishes rumble on the table, but the mother seems calm.
Can't butcher a hog in these parts without me, Ma, hollering for pig's feet.
Ghosts?
The mother raises up her shoulders into a stern posture.
I teach my children to only fear the Lord.
Huh.
We don't have haints, just me, Ma.
All right. I mean, that's fair. You know, you can only be afraid of the things that you let yourself be afraid of, I guess. And also, yeah, we're definitely getting in the south if we're getting into haints. Trying to figure out how that would go.
is snare for me, but its power I will deny. Won't yield to
We're getting into Savannah, Georgia.
just walk on by. Oh, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna. Before I grab these 3 stories here, I'm gonna change up my loadout. Oh, hey. Oh, right, I forgot. I have fast travel stuff now. A bandana thread-bearing, slightly greasy, smelling of wood smoke and dogs. Shell from a shell case from a bullet worn by handling. Beautiful brass conductor's pocket watch. It's broken though. The hand stopped at 11:59. Because I can, yeah. Because I can fast travel with these, which is cool. Alright. Let's change these out a little bit. Okay. I don't know what this morality play is going to be. It's a funny one. Passenger pigeon. Let's change out Ray's Lament. Is that my phone? Okay, so it's not good. Like, what the hell was that sound? Was it the Vigilantes? Oh, was that my... Did I mix up the stories the other time that I was like, I thought this was... Man robbed a bank for his father. That'll be a good one, I think. As I want to see if that one is a happy or a hopeful one. I'm pretty sure it is. Fire after poker game, the rodeo. Grave robbers. This one is weirdly hopeful. I know I see other options down here. There we go. Happy queer commune. Yeah, see this? Now we're getting... It's like, I know. Oh, the girl's best friend was chicken. That was sweet. I was thinking about that one earlier. That was a sweet one. Pale death tending to his flock. So that's a funny one. Here we go. Now I have to actually click in here and then I can do stuff. God, there's so many now. Clownish corpse. I only have 3 in this section. What the hell? The 9 of Swords, yeah. 9 of Swords, I only have 5 stories total. That is wild to me. Astronomer, I haven't done anything with. Bushwhacker. Let's change out to... I haven't done the astronomer one. I need to tell the astronomer one. Because I'm curious to see what is going on there. Yeah, now I can know that I can change out these significantly. Abandoned farmhouse. Lingering voices. Poison tiger. Oh, that's right. Because there's the whole thing with Runsteders. That's another one that connects. Harebrained demon. That's right. I'm curious to see what the harebrained demon one's about. Alright, let's grab these 3 now that I've got a decent selection, I feel like. Then I'll hit this campfire. this farmer's learning besides a couple crate of berries. You want to hear his wild story? He starts telling you about the arsonist who burns down gambling dens all over the country. Takes a couple minutes, but suddenly you recognize it as the story about a fire after the poker game at Weinkauf Hotel in Atlanta. Whoever told it to the charm farmer changed, well, a lot, but it's still pretty good. I think I've known it for years since I was a boy for sure. That can't be right. That story happened to me. Bullshit. You're a good joker, I'll give you that. Alright, so that grew. Arsonists who burned down gambling dens.
The grackle perches on a fence post at the border of the farm.
That's a three-headed grackle.
Fields have been stripped clean. A man lies on his front in the dirt, seed
fine.
spilling out from the sack he holds in one hand.
Please.
His voice thin with exhaustion. It wants more.
Feed the bird.
You take the sack. The birds' heads turn in rhythm as 6 eyes assess you. More, it says. A multi-voiced croak. You're not sure which head to feed, so you just hold out your seed-filled hand. It pecks you hard enough to draw blood. More.
I'm gonna feed it more just because I'm worried it's gonna eat the man otherwise.
You carefully feed it a handful of seed. More. You cautiously feed it a handful of seed. More. You tentatively feed it a handful of seed. More. You delicately feed it a handful of seed. More. The sack is empty.
There's no more.
The man groans. It'll eat anything. That was all I had left. My family's inside. Please. The bird looks at you. The man.
It ate a thesaurus.
More. The bird insists.
Offer me. I can lose the health.
You offer your empty hand. The bird regards it for a second and stabs its right beak forward and slices out a chunk of your flesh.
Huh.
The middle head squawks, and the right one tosses the meat up. Middle head catches it and swallows. All three look back to you. More.
I actually don't know what happens if I die. Let's find out. I think there's a good reason.
You keep your hand steady.
My health.
Left head leans in and nibbles at your damaged flesh. It's a delicate pain. A series of snips so small and precise that any one alone would be nothing. But the bird keeps taking until you're forced to snatch your bloodied hand back. More.
I'm gonna commit.
Right head will have its share.
Oh, I lost 3
It
heart
shuns
halves.
the
I'm sure
old
this is fine.
wound, makes a fresh incision, gulping down what it tears from you. The bird's beaks drip red. As you jerk your hand back, the bird bursts into flight. Thank you. The man chokes. You hear a cry on the breeze. More.
Ah, you have died. You met Dire Wolf collecting his due in Maine. 300 bird, never-ending hunger in Savannah. You died near Savannah. Wait, hang on. Hold up, what? Oh! Oh, hi, buddy!
Bad luck again, but there's no shame in dying. Everyone does it.
I have... Tom? The wolf? Hi, wolf! It's been a minute, buddy. I wasn't aware that I could talk to the dire wolf again. Hi, bud. Yeah, everyone does it, sure.
You still have a job to do.
Oh,
But if you want to learn anything more from me, now's the time.
cool.
And I'm sure we'll end up seeing more of each other before you're through.
Okay, what? I just gonna tell him stories, I guess? Cool. Should I tell him the stories that are like the ones that I've expanded the most? I don't know.
There's so much here. Have you seen the vastness? The fields and the deserts and the lakes, and the woods, looming mountains, and the vast canyons. It feels like too much for one place to contain.
That was very quiet. Oh, so I guess I could just ask him about topics. Okay. Clownish corpse?
Death isn't as bad as you thought, maybe.
I guess.
It's not like this for everyone, you know.
Okay. The rodeo near Santa Fe, I guess.
It's hard to tell when it happens, but I know that luck is affecting what you see and do.
Oh.
Think how different it could be if you were more or less lucky.
Huh. Freedom. Thunderbird people.
You haven't earned your freedom yet.
Ah, you know, fair.
Don't be so impatient, though. Haven't you ever heard that it's about the journey, not the destination?
Vigilantes.
Maybe everyone feels that their choices don't matter in the larger scheme of things. But somehow things manage to change for better or for worse. Go on your way, Seeker. I'm sure we'll meet at least once more. Think about what we've discussed, and good luck on the rest of your task.
Huh. That was not what I was expecting to happen. Where the hell am I at now? Oh, I was all the way up here, but I wanted to be down there. Oh, I was all the way down there. Can I... Ooh, hang on. Are these the same color green? This one and this one? I think they might be. I might be able to take the train down. That looks like the same color. I'm gonna hope. So that was not what I was expecting to happen. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. Hop a train, let's go. Hop a train. Charlotte, yes, please and thank you. Nobody in here. Hop off the boxcar and successfully sneak your way out of the train yard without catching any unwanted attention. Yes! Good for me. Alright, now we're down here. Dope. So, okay, so I didn't lose nearly as much as I was worried I was gonna. Like, that's a decent grab of stuff. Interesting, though.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones.
Share this bus stop with an old man who's just foot to foot thumbing his suspenders. Want to hear a good story? The Arab man is distracting himself from something. He stumbles quickly through the tale about the newspaper that found the positive side of the dust storms, confusing himself now and again, backtracking, adding new details out of order. You suddenly realize that he's told you a twisted story of the newspaper reporter with the strictly positive views, but massively changed. With that, the conversation zooms over. Interesting. Okay. So, if I die, I get to talk to my boss. Genuinely, that was a wild. I was not expecting that to happen. I'm kind of glad that I went for it.
Well, I'm gonna heft my spade.
So, it's also really interesting that there was no way for me to get his eye to open.
I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my soul. 'Cause when my coals burn low,
I would not. I genuinely. Because I want to say it's the dice is what I got from him. Yeah. Because I started the game with the dice. So that is it. Very, very interesting. Oh, I could grab that story real quick because there's nothing near it. Let's go grab this story real quick. Save me a little bit of trouble. Where am I at story-wise? 170 out of 237. We are really cooking on the numbers. Can you stop standing correctly on my leg, please, baby? I asked for so little. Because swear, because like since I've got fibromyalgia, there's like points on my body that are more painful if pressure is applied to them, and I swear to God, she's found her favorite one.
Well, I'm gonna cast my stone
And she's like, just pressure.
waters of this land.
Like, and it hurts a lot.
Two brothers stroll up to you in the street, wearing identical scowls and identical steel-toed boots.
That's fine.
One spits in front of you. Don't stay in town overnight, the other says. No vagrants after dark.
Ooh, do I want to be an asshole? And I'm gonna do it.
You hide in an alley.
Oh, my health is all
But
gone.
around midnight, you're woken by bright lights and a rain of boots.
Oh no.
As they hurl you back onto the road, you catch two familiar faces.
Did I
in the
die
crowd.
again already?
This time, smiling.
Time you were told to leave town. Okay, I'm not dead. Just real close. Okay, good to know. I didn't die. I am clinging to life. I about met my boss again real quick. I should have. Cat acupuncture proved to be 40% more painful than a placebo. That is incredibly accurate, yes. It's like any other spot on my leg. That would be great. I don't know if I can. I don't think Savannah is a town I can go into and get stuff at to like heal up a little bit. Maybe. That'd be really good. I think I think overnight at a campfire though, I get all my stats back. Fellas are lounging, yada yada, to tell this story. Still, a story about the man who discovered Pluto. You realize the story of the astronomer in the desert, but changed in a few major ways. Not bullshit. How the hell is that supposed to be a real story? Interesting. Astronomer in the desert, the man who discovered Pluto. Okay, we're not gonna get that story just yet because I don't want to die potentially. I want to get this campfire first. Jimmy, chapter 1. Oh.
Evening there. You looking for a sermon or just a chat?
Well, we'll find out. Please don't bitch slap me because I've already heard the good word.
Don't really matter, frankly. First thing I ever learned behind the pulpit is that every homily is just a conversation.
That's one way to
Ain't
look
as
at
one-sided as you might think, either.
Ah,
Preachers ain't shepherds. They're cowboys. They got to run with the flock, keep them directed without fencing them in.
I will admit I am enjoying the music.
So how about you take a seat and guide us somewhere?
All right.
Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales?
Spooky, I got
Feels
you.
appropriate out here, right?
I got you, my guy. Here we go. Ichabod Crane. Have fun with that, my guy.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one.
Oh, yeah, that full eye opened. Okay, cool.
Bondage? Yeah. Met my daddy's daddy once. One time is all I needed to know that some chains ain't ever coming off you. Don't matter what sort of proclamation a white man in a suit makes.
Yeah.
Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Alright. Well, at this point, I can just tell him the ones I want to hear about. I want to know if this one's sad or not. The Wandering Man. Murdered by his romantic rival.
Tearjerkers need a little
that's
more
a little
truth
sad
in them,
one.
I think. Travel? Oh, I travel. Moving's in my blood. Pops traveled all over the wrestle. And even after I stepped out on my own, I kept moving. I've been everywhere. Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Houston, Los Angeles.
Oh.
I even... Paris. I even been to Paris.
Nice.
I've been everywhere. Chicago, New York, Atlanta. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
See here, buddy. I want to know about the morality play. I wonder if that's what kind of story that one is. Maybe.
That strikes me as a shallow kind of hope.
Oh, that's a hopeful one, really.
We all got faith. Every day we stride out into the world, that's faith. Faith that our time alive is limited, and that we must act during our hours and minutes on earth. faith that what we do matters at all.
Yeah.
We all got faith, see? It's just a matter of whether or not we got belief.
It's an interesting way of looking
Know
at
any
it.
funny stories? I need to take my mind off things.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, I want to know this clownish corpse one. I want to know if this is actually like a funny or something.
That's a
Oh,
good
it is
one.
funny. Interesting.
Death? Well, Ma died a few years after I was born. Pops used to tell me she was beautiful and that I had her eyes and her sense of conscience. But he always said it like it was an insult.
Oh.
Hey, you have any spooky campfire tales?
Let's see here, my guy. Pickles Bill. Man who loved his horse. Yeah, okay, let's tell me about this one. I want to know if this one's it's the man that robbed a bank for his dad. This is hopeful or not.
I'm not sure that one moves me.
Damn it! It's not helpful.
You ever notice how different folk think about the future in entirely different ways?
Yeah.
Talk to a man up in Harlem, Hat Man, sells hats. And he's talking about quarters and fiscal years. Talk to one of them boys at the Shaw School, they start yapping about automation and aeroplanes. But when I talk to my auntie down in Macon, she can't see past her next payday.
Yeah,
Some folks don't have the privilege of the future.
that is very true.
Well, I gotta get moving on. I have a sermon to give in the morning, and the church is a long night of walking that way.
Alrighty.
Walk like you're blessed, child, because even if you ain't, that's the only way you'll find your holy self.
Met Jimmy the Preacher. Alrighty. Jimmy's Parable. Gotta go for now. Thank you for the stream. No worries, darling. Take care. Have a good evening. Alright, let's hear this retold one. Heard it from my sister-in-law. If you heard this one before. She regales you with a story about the WPA worker who gave his pay to orphans. Halfway through, you realize the story of the conflicted WPA worker, but highly embellished. It's an interesting tale. Sure is, and it's true every word of it. Sure thing, darling. I would really like some health. My health did not get regenerated like I thought it would. I'm a little concerned about that. Alright, I guess we're gonna keep heading down into Florida. I think it's probably gonna be my best bet. Just gonna try real hard not to die again.
Wading through an overgrown
Oh, hi.
field, you nearly step on someone lying in the tall grass. Despite your boot above their face, the reclining individual doesn't flinch. Instead, as you stumble backwards, they coolly call out, "Hey there, have a seat. Take a load off." You drop your pack and stretch out beside them, soaking up the late afternoon sun. The long stalks of the weeds rise above your eyes like great trees. "Always happy to share my spot with another outsider," they declare in a distinctive voice. Baritone, but cute, soft, and light.
Interesting.
"Sure, honey. I know an outsider when I see one. You were set on this path not entirely by choice, weren't you? Same with me. I come out here to be myself, my true self, and to dream of a better time and place for folk like me.
True self?
Take clothes, for example. Why does a suit make a man? If a lady's in slacks, is she a scissor sister?
Scissor sister.
Can't she just like britches?
Oh.
Why is it so damned important to find out? Your androgynous companion muses aloud.
Speaking in the choir, darling.
Why is a fella in a dress only ever
Yeah.
a joke or a show? Female impersonators, they say, pain lurking behind the words. I can only speak for myself, but the only impression I do is of the person society demands me to be.
I feel that one deep in my bones.
They nod. Everything is man or woman,
Yep.
hard or soft. Think about flowers. Plants change to become something beautiful so quickly. The field's scraggly weeds suddenly begin to bloom before your eyes. And then they go back to being grasses, bushes. I like that.
Yep.
Pink, white, magenta, and blue flowers dot the field. Are they flowers or weeds? Both? Neither? You have to choose.
Yep.
Or maybe the question is what's flawed, huh? They smirk. Folk like me are gender outlaws, rebels by nature of our existence.
Yep.
The androgyne concludes.
So are you out on the run?
Ha! That's a good question. They guffaw. I suppose that I am, insofar as I run straight here every chance I get. Maybe one day I can just be a person, as surely on a busy street as I am in this field. Now that's the future I dream about. You think it could happen, stranger?
I can only hope that we'll get there in time.
You reassure them that one day it will happen,
Yep.
even though it may take time. As you get up and gather your things to leave, you survey the entire field, now full of wildflowers and buzzing with pearlescent dragonflies.
Say goodbye.
They stand to see you all.
Oh, they gave me health.
And you can
Oh,
see
yay.
clearly now the beautiful cream-colored dress they're wearing.
Aw.
They give a twirl to show it off, blushing a little bit.
Aw, that's sweet.
And then you part ways, both feeling invigorated.
I kind of want to cry, honestly. And I got health from that. I'm not dying. I'm not super close to dying now, anyway. Oh, that's sweet. I love that. I will admit, I do like how, for a game that is meant to be set in the past, how... I don't want to say that it's modern for, like, gender stuff by any mage, because, like, those sort of people have always existed. It's just that they've never been given the, spotlight. Smell the campfire before you see it. Man turns a roast bird on a makeshift spit. And he gives me some food, and I have all my health back. Hello, yes, let's go. But it is nice to see a game. This game has very obviously left-leaning opinions. It's very union focused. It's very worker focused. It's very very kind towards gender stuff. Like Quinn is obviously presented as non-binary. That person just now is obviously presented as some form of trans or non-binary, and there's been several gay and lesbian stories, but none of them feel out of place. None of them feel forced, because it's those sort of people have always existed, even back in the 20s on. Bar is crowded with people, girls in slinky dress, yada yada. Launches do a wild story about the young man murdered by the girl with whom he eloped. Sleeping, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Tell him about the story about the wandering, murdered by the girl with whom he eloped. You know this one? Tell him the story about the wandering man murdered by his romantic rival. Oh, that's the one I just told. That's it, I think I like mine more. More exciting, sure. Yep, and then he bribes everyone to be the correct version. But yeah, I do really enjoy how, that story is all the way done. I do enjoy how this game approaches those sort of things in a way that feels very true to
the streets like a wave of raucous, joyful noise,
that is
with their eyes
prank.
wandering wildly. You get the sense that those particular children, all dressed in uniform winter coats, don't get out much.
Say hello.
You wave a friendly greeting at the group, and soon they surround you.
You have any candy?
Asks a frog-headed moppet.
Have you traveled far?
Inquires a patchwork cloth girl.
I think that's this person right here on the left.
Now, be polite. Leave the traveler alone. The
teacher's voice is gentle but firm. You get the sense that she's more like her pupils than she lets on.
It's no trouble.
You don't have any candy,
Nice.
but you do have stories from the road. You find a rapt
lots of stories.
audience in this pack of strange beasts. When the teacher finally tugs them along, you know your legend must have grown several sizes.
Nice. That was sweet. The bizarre children. I like that. Let's grab these couple. Where am I looking at? Okay. So then I can just follow this all the way down to... I might be able to make it all the way down to this person and talk to them, and then we can end stream. Let's grab these.
I'm gonna dig in my heels and
Listen to this, blurts a boy luring outside this grocery store. His works his way through a long and strange story about the sugarcane farmer who took criminals from the jails and worked them in the fields until they died. There he finishes, what do you think? Wait a minute. You know this story. It's the story of the sugarcane cutters blinded to the threat of death but wildly altered. For a couple minutes you're too surprised to respond. What do you think about that one? It's a great story. Thanks, he says. I learned it from my brother. There you go. That one's about halfway grown. That's interesting.
An old woman watches as you approach her bench.
Oh, aren't you a good-looking one?
Ooh, I thank you.
She says. A broad smile creases her face.
This is an excellent spot. Everyone passes me eventually.
She pats the seat beside her.
Join me for a moment.
Sit beside her. Can I get both
She
pats?
rests her head against your shoulder, as if you were old companions.
Look,
She runs a hand down your arm, points across a field to a lone tree silhouetted against the skyline.
I think of myself as like that tree.
She glances at you, waiting for a reaction.
Ask what she means.
Strong,
Not a butt cat.
healthy, alone. I've seen that field filled with plants and ravaged by fire. The trees outlasted everything.
She giggles, strangely childlike.
I've had 3 lovers. 2 men, 1 woman. Outlived them all. I don't grieve.
Huh?
Each one brought me joy, and each death brought someone else to comfort me.
She sits up straight, shifts to face you. The tilt of her head is coquettish.
Would you let me kiss you?
Yeah, sure.
The kiss she plants on you is soft and brief. It would have seemed chaste were it not for the grin of mischief that crosses her face.
Yeah, that'll bring you good luck. And me, sweet dreams.
She bursts into laughter at your expression and shoos you on your way.
No, that was nice. We've had lots of very nice stories just now, and I'm worried that the icon for that one does not look fun. So we're gonna grab that one in a minute. I'm gonna grab this one first. This is retold. I was like, oh, this has been sweet. That doesn't look sweet. We're gonna hold off on that for just a second. Men leaning against the hardware store, smoking and chatting, launched into the group recitation of the cops who went to war against strikers in Minneapolis, interrupting one another in their excitement to tell it. It's the story about the cops arming to take on the strike in Minneapolis. Someone's added to it in the meantime. Do you think that really happened? Of course. Well, I'm not sure myself, but damn, it sounds wild. Ah, so that one grew decently. God, all of them are just like... I literally turned around and I have another story that grew. Jeez. Listen, Butters, you're in the way, baby. You. Get you right here. Hey, he blurts out. Want to hear a good story? Sure. But the Arab man is distracting himself. He stumbles quickly through the tale about the dog who could bring you anything you wished, confusing himself now and again. You barely piece the story together. He suddenly realizes he told you a twisted story about the boy with the circus dog, but massively changed, with whole new chunks. It's true, the old man insists. With that, the conversation seems over. Oh. Dog could bring you anything you wished. Alright, let's get this possibly creepy one.
A bald man in sunglasses stands beside the smoking wreck of a sleek-looking Ford. In the distance, a violet arc of lightning blurs the edges of your vision and illuminates the contents of the trunk. empty rum bottles, scattered notebooks. You think it's fixable?
Bye-bye.
He inquires, looking from you to the caved-in engine.
I do not.
Shit. It's on my way to write about these unusual ordnance enthusiasts. He gestures toward the lightning. Go on, take something. Can't bring it without a car. Several tabs with garishly painted strawberries are strewn among empty bottles. A revolver lies beneath them.
I have so many questions. I don't want either of these things. Take the gun?
The barrel droops and melts into the desert night, the handle crumbling to dust a moment after. He shakes his head. It's not real without a story, he says. But neither are we. He gestures to a battered tarot deck beneath a rum-spattered notebook. This is yours now.
Take the deck.
The cards feel warm in your hands.
Ah,
Clubs, spades, hearts flash in his eyes.
sure.
And then wands, swords, cups,
No pentagrams?
and then the hidden suits,
Hidden suit.
clocks, keys, birds, bones. We come back different, he says, and taps the stretched hollow of his wrist, where a pulse should be.
Sure. The dissolute writer looking for a story. Okay. Huh. Clocks, birds, and bones. I've never heard of suits like that. I wonder if that's an actual thing. Maybe. Okay. I can see the fireplace in the distance. I'm just gonna follow down. I wonder if I can hitchhike a bit. That'd be dope. Please let me hitchhike. Please let me hitchhike. Oh, okay. Screw you too. Like I said, I'm gonna hit that campfire, and then I'm gonna end stream because I am so hungry. I am so hungry. And then we'll come up the other side of Florida, and then we'll be good to go on the next
I'm
time.
gonna scroll my name on the bare bones
Hey, Miami.
of the earth. I'm gonna dig in my heels.
This boy is capable of some intimidating eye contact. He holds your gaze long enough to make you squirm, and then mercifully breaks the silence. Do you like riddles? He has a dull voice.
Yeah, actually.
Lovely and round,
Okay.
he says. Oh, he's jumping straight into it, huh? I shine with pale light. I am grown in the darkness. I'm a lady's delight. What am I? No,
Guess.
not a
What?
fish, idiot.
What?
So much for your prize.
What the hell?
He softly pats the pocket of his overalls, oozing smugness.
I was gonna guess the moon.
Apologies, Bartleby, he says, as some shape writhes inside the denim pocket. You have not bought your freedom today.
That's fine. Boy with the riddles and the quote-unquote pet. That's fine. That's not absolutely horrifying. I don't like that though. I don't like that at all. Oh, look at the palm trees. And I guess we're in freaking Miami. We're in the very bottom of Florida. I like the palm trees. Alright, let's grab this campfire. Dupre, Queen of Diamonds. Ooh, you have my
You look
attention.
good, honey. You got a life? You like a good story?
I like a lot of good stuff, darling.
I like to hear about people and make bets with them.
Oh no.
I like to hear about the weird, handsome people. Get convinced by the rich jackasses who'll play blackjack and lose into the night. Dames who are lit cigarettes burning to the end. I want to be around furious people who use me and I use them. Are you one, stranger?
I might be.
Come close to me. Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
So many. So many. Let's see, a horror one. Bushwhacker's Vengeful Ghost, that's a good one.
God damn, you're giving me the chills, sweetheart.
Ooh, that's halfway open, good to go.
I remember my stepdaddy. He had a soft touch for me. A handsome, low-voiced man. Mom never did trust me around him.
Ooh, I don't like that.
He taught me how to grift. All you need is that light touch, he said, and look 'em in the eyes and tell 'em the truth they want. And you know, I always was good at that after. I know what it's like to have those eyes turn towards you and make you feel like everything. And then to be in the cold and dark when they turn away. Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
Probably. I want to say this is a thrilling one. I haven't told this one, I don't think.
Honey,
There we go.
thrills is the stuff I live on.
Oh, all the way up. Let's go.
That one will keep me going.
Glad to hear.
The law? I can get by with the law. The law thinks I'm a victim, a sad girl of the streets, a damaged girl, a girl who ain't got no fate and whose daddy didn't love her. My daddy's dead, and all cops are in my pocket, stranger. I will tell you that if I tell you anything. The law is bad for us Roman kids. It does not serve us. But you learn to get that sad, pale girl on. They love that. Sometimes you gotta promise them something more and... Well, I don't say it's pleasant, but you born in a body. Sometimes people treat you like you need the power taken from it.
Yeah.
Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like...
Probably. Let's do The Witch Who Drinks the Blood of Travelers. I could do whatever I want. I forgot. I've already got her all the way open.
Just what I asked for. That spooky stuff gets my heart going like a good hand sometimes do.
Oh, she means poker.
I
Never
won
mind.
big back in Reno and I got
I
obsessed
got concerned for a
with
second. I was
luck.
like, oh my.
I was drinking absinthe at the time and smoking only darn European cigarettes that made me cough like a mule, and boy, after that win, I drank the green fairy good and smoked like a redwood bonfire. And you know what I learned? I learned to pick my tables and expect music on the job. Shit. Hey, got any exciting stories?
Let's see if I got any stories that I want to tell her. I don't think I've told anybody about Casey Jones. I need to know more. Just give that an option to grow.
Well, well.
Oh,
they
that's a
should let
thrilling
you
one, really?
make the movies, honey.
Alright.
I don't know if you've been on the road that long, stranger. 'Cause you ain't got that exhaustion in your face about moving 'cause you have to. Sometimes you just can't with people. And you, well, you look so hungry for talk right now.
I don't need to be called out by the fact that I'm a lonely son of a bitch.
Sometimes I'm in a hold'em with 5 other people and I look around and I think, I ain't been alone for 5 hours. And I might set fire to this whole place and walk out of here.
That's a mood.
You ain't there yet. Hey, got any exciting stories?
Let's see what else I got. Mischievous Ghost. Oh, I need to know about this one. I didn't know what kind of story this one is.
Sweetheart, did I say I wanted to hear some crap joke?
That's a funny one. Okay, good to
I
know.
spent a night in jail once, and it were nicer than a prospect of going back to where I was born, you know, just to become what my mom always wanted me to be. When I was 12, she caught me kissing a girl once.
Ah.
And I felt like I would never get out of all the strands of her red as hell fury. I said to her, But you said I ain't to kiss no boys, and I ain't.
Perfect.
She and I both knew that ain't what she meant.
Oh, I love that.
Next time, let's up the stakes, shall we?
Sure thing.
Why don't we spend some time with bourbon and 5-card stud? You bring the bourbon, of course. And when the moon's fuller, I might let you in on some secrets on life. Have you any?
I don't know, we'll find out. The Gambler met Dupre the Gambler. Alright. Well, that seems like an adventure we're gonna have to go on next Sunday. So, I continue to really enjoy this game, unironically. Like, it's a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Currently linked in the chat are my YouTube channel and my Discord. I highly recommend that you check out both. I have all the older VODs of this game up over there. So if you want to check out some of just go and see how the stories have grown, you're more than welcome to go do that there. Tuesday streams. Tuesday streams are back because I finished my weaving class. And I've enjoyed my little break from Tuesday streams. That was good for me. But I'm glad to be back on Tuesday streams. We're going to be back to Tell Me Why that I did during the charity stream. So it'll be Tell Me Why on Tuesdays. That'll be fun. And then we'll be back to something about Tale of Stars and something. In Stars and Time. That's what it's called. We'll be back to In Stars and Time. That's been really, really fun as well. So a lot of queer themes going on right now, which was not fully intended. Kind of intended, not fully intended. But it's always Pride Month here at this place. Thanks for streaming. I've been doing work, lurking doing food prep. Well, I'm glad you're able to lurk, Jane. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, food prep is rough, but I hope you enjoyed the lurking. This is a good game to lurk to. But it's good to hear from you. I hope you're doing all right. But yeah, so we're gonna do more fun stuff soon. I hope to see you guys then. But thank you all so much for joining me. I always appreciate every little bit of love and support that you give me. I look forward to seeing you all in the future. But until next time, this has been Lunatic Vixen, advising you to stay crazy.